My name is Stephen Page. I'm VP Engineering at Cyan Technology. We consider ourselves to be a system solution company operating in the M2M space. So we're a small company based out of Cambridge. Oh, there we go. But we're AIM listed, so we're listed on the AIM market here in London. Our core technology is a platform for delivery of end-to-end data services. We have wireless mesh networking technology, concentrators, and head-end software. I don't want to get too technical, but basically it means we deliver from the device in the field to the enterprise server, bi-directional communication, a typical M2M application. Cyan's main product areas are smart metering and smart lighting. It's all built across a common platform. You've heard probably a lot of talk in the press about automated metering, AMR and AMR. We use sub-gigahertz radios in the field. We provide smart metering and smart lighting. Smart lighting is control of street lighting. It's dimming and monitoring at different times of the day. Our business focus, this is where it might be interesting. Our focus on metering is India electricity metering. I'm often asked why India. India is a really growing and emerging economy. They can't generate enough electricity. The other side of that is that according to, for example, The Economist, tampering and theft of electricity that is generated is huge. One number we've seen is $11 billion per annum of electricity that's generated isn't actually paid for. Tampering and theft is a really big problem. The government understands this problem and they are funding development of smart metering projects to the tune of around $8 billion. So there's a real great market for technology and smart metering in India. The overall size of the market is said to be about 200 million metres. I'll give you an example. One tender that we're currently working on is 18 million metres to be installed over a period of 5 years. So you can see it's really putting their foot down and they really want to make some changes in this space. A little bit about the architecture and what we're selling. We have wireless mesh networks, one node per electricity meter. They will form a mesh network around a concentrator unit. The concentrator will connect over GPRS backhaul through the internet to the utilities enterprise. We provide software on the server with a very simple link to a billing system. The billing system will be provided by a company, for example, Oracle, a meter data management system. Our business model is such that we sell hardware and software solutions. So each electricity meter will have a hardware node, hardware component. So we get a hardware sale, traditional hardware sale in that direction. We also sell the concentrator, but interestingly we license the head-end software. So once the system is deployed, we have a one-off hardware sale for the electricity meter and the concentrators, but we have a continuous revenue model on the server side, so that every year we can charge and we can get X dollars per meter per year. So from a business perspective, that's quite an interesting and shareholders like that model. Well, we simplify the mesh networks and data collection and bidirectional control. It's quite a complicated task on these kind of scales. We're talking about 18 million metres, that's a lot of technology. Billing system provider are not interested in the complexities of that. So we abstract along the way and provide a very simple to use server component, which is traditionally called head-end software, with a very simple interface here. So the billing system providers are not interested if your GPRS connection has gone up and reconnected, or the authentication and the encryption of the networks. They just want billing data. So what this system gives to people is the ability, gives to the utility companies, is something that they've never had before. They can detect a tamper on a meter within about 30 seconds of it actually happening. And then they can make a business decision. Do they schedule a truck roll? Do they send someone to the house to investigate? Or do they simply just send a command through the network to remotely disconnect that meter and turn the electricity off? So this is really enabling the clawback of the $11 billion per year revenue that's lost. So the return on investment is significant, but it can be, there's a very clear justification for rolling these systems out. So we're designed into 6 of the top 10 metering manufacturers in India. We can demonstrate interoperability between meters of different vendors. We have great relationships with system integrators such as Wipro and Cyan. We have very good contacts into utility companies. There's probably about 20 public utility companies in India. The example I gave earlier of 18 million meters was one utility company in India. On top of that, there are probably twice or maybe more private utility companies. So we believe we've got the right product and we're working in the right market and probably at the right time as well. So this is really to give you here an idea of an end-to-end application that's current and relevant now. Really.
Right, thanks.